Okay, graphing using intercepts, 4-3. Intercepts. Intercepts mean when you have a graph of a line, where does the line cross the x-axis and where does the line cross the y-axis? The place where the line touches the x-axis is called the x-intercept. The place where the line crosses the y-axis is called the y-intercept. So if we could find these 2 points, we would only have to graph just these 2 and draw our line. We can graph using x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Now, the way we've been graphing, in order to graph this problem, first we had to change it into y equals mxb form. Then we had to make a table and choose our x's and graph our line. Find our y's, graph our line. When we use graphing with intercepts, we don't have to do that. In fact, we can start graphing with intercepts by just using the equation the way it is without having to change it, so that's nice. So here is what you do, okay? To find the x-intercept, we're going to put 0 in y's spot. So we're going to say 2x plus 7 times 0 equals 28. Now, when we go 7 times 0, isn't that whole thing going to be 0? And isn't 2x plus 0 just 2x? So basically, by choosing 0 to put in for y, we just eliminated that whole thing. So we just have 2x equals 28. Well, if we solve that for x, we find out that x is 14. Now, remember how we used 0 for y, and now we just found out x is 14? So that's an ordered pair. 14 for x, 0 for y. In fact, we just found the x-intercept. X-intercept. We just found it. Okay, so that's the place where the graph of our line, this line, is going to cross the x-axis. Now, if we could find the y-intercept, then we would have both parts and we could graph it real easy. So, let's go back, and now we're going to find the y-intercept. We're going to do that by putting 0 in x's spot. Remember the first time we put 0 in y's spot? Now let's put 0 in for x and see what happens. Well, 0 in for x is going to make that whole part 0 plus 7y, so basically this just drops out. 7y equals 28. So y equals 4. Okay, remember we used 0 for x and we found 4 for y, so that would be the point. 0, 4. That is the y-intercept. So now we have the x-intercept, the y-intercept. All we have to do is graph it. Okay, now I'm ready to graph. I kind of scooted my axis over to one side because 14 is a pretty big number. So I'm going to go over 14 and up 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's actually right here. The point 14, 0 is right under my arrow. That is where it crosses the x-axis, the x-intercept that we found by putting 0 in and solving. So now we need to find 0, 4. Well, 0, 4 is right here. Now, to graph our line, all we have to do is connect the dots. So let's see if I can do that. It's a little tricky on the tablet to connect the dots. So there's our line. We just graphed the line. It wasn't a whole lot of trouble. We found our intercepts, we graphed the line. Okay, let's do another one. Graph this using intercepts. Okay, let's put 0 in for y. When we put 0 in for y, we get, because that's just 0, x equals 4. So that would be the point 4, 0. How do I know the 4 comes first? Because x always comes first, and we put 0 in for y. Now you do it again, same equation, only this time put 0 in for x. So 0 plus 2y equals 4. Well, that's just 2y. And y is going to be 2. So that's the point 0, 2. How do I know it's 0, 2? Y is 2. Y is always here. Plus we put 0 in for x. Now we have 2 points. All we have to do, graph those 2 points, draw our line. Easy. Okay, 4, 0, 0, 2. Okay, well, 0, 2 is 0, 2. It's right there. Doesn't want to draw it. And 4, 0 is 4, 0. 4, 0. It's right there. Those are the 2 intercepts where they touch the axis. Now, all we got to do is connect the dots and draw the line. Simple, simple. There's the line. Done. Using y and x intercepts to graph a line is absolutely wonderful and pretty easy. Okay, here's your video homework. Remember to solve for 0 2 times, once for x, once for y, and then get your intercepts and then graph it. Have a great night.